Hello again, welcome back to the Fire Burns Within channel. Time to do a roundup video for all the rock and metal releases which I checked out in June. Everything that I rated from 7 and upwards. The 7 and upwards, the 7s and 7.5s I'm going to talk very quickly about, and then the 8s, 8.5s and the Soul 9 out of 10, the album of the month, gets a little bit longer. So these albums are all 7 out of 10s. Apogeon Into Madness is an EP, Tech Death. Brother Against Brother, self-titled, On Frontiers, decent album, melodic metal. Fear Factory, Aggression Continuum is a 7 out of 10. Sky Eye, Soldiers of Light, 7 out of 10. Thy Kingdom Will Burn, self-titled, decent heavy death metal, 7 out of 10. 7.5s are Galnerius and Union Gives Strength, the EP. It's a long EP, this one. It's almost album length. It's sort of shred, fast, happy Japanese power metal. Inhuman Condition, Rat God, heavy and catchy old school death metal like Deicide and Death and Obituary, 7.5. Cosmic Dragon, The Galactic Hammer, sort of oddball, modern sci-fi power heavy metal. Interesting album, 7.5 out of 10. Next is Mammoth, WVH, self-titled. Van Halen's son, Wolfie Van Halen, Wolfgang Van Halen's first solo album. It's very good, 7.5 out of 10. It's very impressive for a debut. It's not as great as I was hoping, but it's still very good. Next is Neon Fly, The Future Tonight, a British band, a UK band. They used to be sort of more power melodic metal. Now they've gone very modern. It's still good. 7.5 out of 10 is a fair rating. Still good. Next is Pestilence and Exitum. Classic death metal. It gets a little bit samey. So I was hoping to give this one an 8 and 8.5, but then I started getting a little bit bored of it, so it dropped down to a 7.5 out of 10. Next is Pharaoh, The Powers That Be, classic US power metal return. Very good. Just slightly below what I was expecting. I was expecting to give it about an 8.5 out of 10, but I have to give a 7.5. Next is a band I don't know, Seventh Crystal, Delirium. This was quite good. It's sort of slightly proggy melodic metal. It's got some prog overtones to it. 7.5 for this one. Next is Silver Talon, Decadence and Decay. It's a US heavy power metal like Savatage. Actually better than I was hoping for. I was thinking maybe to give this 6.57, and then I lifted it up half a point as well, so 7.5. Next is Terra Odium, Nay Plus Ultra, technical progressive metal. This is actually slightly better than I was thinking. I was thinking maybe 6.5 to 7, but then I thought no, it's worthy of another half a point as well, so 7.5. Next is Tuple and Welcome to Hell. This is sort of fun melodic metal from Finland. This is quite good. This is quite enjoyable. 7.5. Okay, now we move to the first of the 8 albums, and we'll have the album covers on for the 8 out of 10s and upwards. First one is Constancia and Brave New World. It's sort of melodic rock / metal. It's sort of not really heavy enough to be metal, but it's sort of melodic rock, let's say. It's really catchy, well produced, well sung, well played, great sound. I love the sound on this. Next is Light the Torch, You Will Be the Death of Me. It's actually slightly not as great as I was hoping. I was you know, from the lead singles, I was hoping for a 9 out of 10, but then I had to, lower my score a touch, because it's just not quite as amazing as I hope, especially towards the end where it starts to peter off a little bit. But it's still really good. Rock solid, 8 out of 10. Next is Ravager, the Third Attack. Anyone who knows me knows I love my mayhem, my thrash mayhem, absolute mayhem this is. Ravager, I don't know this band at all. Just come across them, feeling very ravaged by these guys. Next is Ravian and Kinsman from Afar. I don't know this band, they're a new band. They sort of sound like a symphonic, something like a symphonic Rhapsody stroke Nightwish kind of sound. Not a female singer, but a male singer. He's sort of like the weak link in the band, the singer, but I still really like this album. I thought this album was really good, so check out Ravian. Next, another 8 out of 10 album is War Drum and Mavericks. War Drum is a Greek power metal band. This is very good. They've got a new singer. He's really very good. He's very melodic. He's a bit high pitched at times. He sort of can go a bit out of control, but in the main he's really good. So I really enjoyed the War Drum album. Next is Winter Age, The Inheritance of Beauty. This is actually an older album which I heard in June. I sort of ignored this album before, but it turns out that I was wrong. This is a really enjoyable Rhapsody worship album, really over the top, epic Rhapsody style power metal. So I really enjoyed Winter Age. Right, now we reach the 8.5 out of 10 albums. The first one is Crown and Kings in the North. Crown is like a new project band featuring some members of famous Swedish bands, Heat, Art Nation, and I think John Levin from Europe, and some other guys as well. This is really catchy. I mean, this is pretty much heavy metal. I mean, the guys may be from rock bands, but to me this is heavy metal. I mean, it's sort of very melodic, catchy heavy metal. The songs are really good. The Art Nation singer, he's really good on this. With Swedes, you can rely on Swedes. They never let you down. They know what they're doing. And Crown, yeah, they fit the bill when it comes to the stuff I like. So I rated this one 8.5 out of 10. Next is Flotsam and Jetsam, Blood in the Water. I reviewed this one on my channel. This is a killer record, absolutely killer. These guys have been on hot form over the last few years. Just a killer set of tunes this time. Solid as all hell. 8.5 out of 10 for these guys. As to whether it's better than the previous album, The End of Chaos, I don't know. I really love The End of Chaos, so I might have that one, say, at 9 out of 10 and this one at 8.5 out of 10, but there's not a lot in it. Okay, next we've got The Almighty Helloween at 8.5 out of 10. Now, I would have thought that Helloween would win the Album of the Month accolade, but they just didn't quite do it. I mean, I do love the album. It's a great comeback. I mean, Kiske is back, Kai is back. They've got a lot of members in the band now, but it was worth the wait. The quality of the album is there. The only thing I would say is the production seems not totally amazing compared to many of the other releases that I listen to nowadays. It's sort of slightly, I don't know, I don't want to say raw, but it's just slightly below the standard of sound that I hear on many of the other albums which I like. Not that the sound is bad, it's good, but it's just my opinion on the sound. The music is excellent, the songs are very good. Kiske sings amazing, even Andy Derris is very good. Kai, he gets a few vocals here and there, but not too much, but he's okay. So 8.5 for Helloween's self-titled album. 3 more albums to mention. Another 8.5 is Kent Hilli, The Rumble. Kent Hilly's debut album from, he's the singer from Perfect Plan. This is a more sort of AOR record. It's still got some quite good edge on it. The guitars are quite heavy. Fantastic production on this, courtesy of Michael Palace. The songs are really catchy, really memorable songs, just very cool. Kent, he sings amazing. I mean, if you like AOR, you're gonna love this album, pure and simple. 2 albums to mention, another 8.5 and then my 9 out of 10 album of the month. The 8.5 album is quite an unknown one. It's Prayers of Sanity, Doctrine of Misanthropy. This is an absolute thrash fest from beginning to end. Killer riffs, speed, mayhem, drums, heavy vocals, pounding rhythms. It's just, this is what I love about thrash metal. Just, you know, put the foot on the pedal and don't take it off. Just let's get there till the end. This is what I like about thrash metal. Just kill. I love the production on this. It's sort of heavy but clean as well. I don't like a super raw production, so I like it when it's really well produced, clean sounding, and this is exactly that. So Prayers of Sanity, killer thrash. Could have give it 9, but 8.5 out of 10. But my album of the month for June, and June was a very hot month, very cool month for music. I really enjoyed many of these releases, but my album of the month is Hammer King's self-titled album. Hammer King is sort of a newish band from Germany. They play power metal, as the name would suggest. They're very much similar to Hammerfall in many ways. Even the singer, he sounds like Joachim Kans quite a bit. These guys are really good. They've got great, powerful, chest-beating, true metal songs, you know. This is why I like power metal. I don't mind cheese. I accept the cheese. I love power metal for all its glory. And Hammer King delivers that, you know. There's no frills power metal. There's not symphonic elements. This is just heavy, foot on the monitor, stomping, power, heavy metal. This is what I like, you know. I accept this fully into my life. This is what I'm living for. So check out Hammer King. It's a killer album. Power metal to the max. Fist in the air, swords up high. Praise the Hammer King. Okay, yeah, so that was my album of the month. What I've got round to in July, I've got quite a few things to listen to. There's actually a few things which I didn't get around to in June, so I need to listen to those as well. But yeah, there's a few good ones in July as well. Powerwolf being the number one. It's just gonna, you know, everything is geared up for this Powerwolf album. You know, all systems go. Powerwolf, we're ready to listen to that. There's a few other good ones I'm looking forward to as well. The Loren / Lohimo duet disc, Hardline's new album, Toby Hitchcock's new album, Nanowar of Steel's new album, Dream Troll's new album. What else? Well, At the Gates I'm a little bit iffy on because the 2 lead singles I didn't like at all. Godslave, that's gonna fix my thrash needs. There's a couple of other ones as well. So there you have it. That was my June roundup. Okay, stay tuned.